doing right now is just filling out a form with for CSIS for access to information, and I want to find out specifically, I'm asking them specifically to disclose whether I have been placed on one of their watch lists. I believe I have extensive documented evidence which would be consistent with things that they have shown in other documents, which they refer to as disruption techniques that they use against people who have been apparently labeled domestic terrorists. So that information being consistent with the things that I've experienced and documented, I am requesting that they provide that access, the information whether I am on the list, by filling out this access to information form. You can see here through the Government of Canada, and specifically with the focus being on CSIS. If we go down here, the Canadian Security Intelligence Service. So I'm requesting it from them, and this is what I've filled in here. You can do this online, actually. Whether or not they're going to disclose that, I don't know. But I'm filling this out just to make an attempt to see if they will disclose that. So, as I've written here, I would like to ask you to disclose whether I have been falsely labeled a domestic terrorist and unjustifiably placed on a domestic terrorist watch list by your organization. I have reason to believe that I have been placed on such a list based upon many activities which I have documented over the past 2 years, which are consistent with what is described in some of your documents as being utilized as your use of disruption to counter national security threats. I am requesting to know if I have been placed on such a list because, if so, this is not only unjustifiable, it has been done under what I believe to be entirely false pretenses. I am a law-abiding citizen with no criminal record. Moreover, if you are in fact placing people on such lists and using what you describe as quote-unquote disruption techniques, which include continual following of targets by local police and public servants, and the utilization of citizens who have also been enlisted to partake in these activities, then those who have been placed on these lists, particularly those such as myself who have committed no crime, have a right to know what the reason is that we have been placed on such a list, so as to be able to defend ourselves against what I believe are false allegations. So that's the form I'm filling out now, and we'll see if we get any type of response and whether they will disclose this information or decline to do so. I suspect that they will decline to do so. And then moving forward, there are other options as far as what I'm looking into as filing a complaint against CSIS because of this. And also because, well, if they fail to disclose this information, that is also really just goes against basic human dignity. If they refuse to allow someone to defend themselves against false allegations. So we're going to see how this proceeds here. Again, there are many other options I'm looking at. I am also going to be looking at filing complaints against the numerous police departments who have been involved in these organized harassment campaigns against myself, and as well as some of these people who have been used in these stalking campaigns. So I'm going to be doing a lot of research and moving forward in that direction as we move along here in the future. So yeah, so anyway, I will update with regards to how this turns out if CSIS declines to disclose this information. I suspect they will decline to disclose this. So at that point, we will probably move forward with filing a complaint against CSIS. So we've got everything filled out here, and then we'll see next, and look what happens. Error. Due to an error in the application, we are unable to display the content of this page. Please click below to return to the start page to begin your request once again. There's no error. I filled out everything there. So I don't know what's going on here. I've tried this multiple times, sending this through, and it doesn't seem to, this seems to continually come up. So what I might have to do is make the request by mail. We'll look at doing that if we can't do it here. But again, that's convenient that regularly happens when you try and submit this request. Must be just, you know, some random glitch, because I've tried multiple times now and the same thing keeps coming up, despite the fact that I've filled out everything that they require accurately. So Yeah, kind of odd that that keeps happening. But again, I can definitely send it. Well, I'll send it to them by mail, the request as well. There's a small fee, so I'll just pay that and then send that by mail. And then I will update regarding what transpires after, if I hear back from them, if they decline to disclose the information. I have a feeling that they will decline to disclose it. So then we'll move forward at looking at other options from there.